In the penultimate episode of Landman Season 1, we didn't witness an explosion of action, but the episode's quieter moments were critical for setting the stage for both the season finale and the upcoming second season. Picking up directly after the tragic loss of a cartel member at the hands of the National Guard in Episode 8, Episode 9 placed death at its core, with Tommy questioning his future and the risks his actions pose to his family. Let's break down the key moments and examine the impact of this episode. The death of Monty, played by John Hamm, was one of the most significant moments of this episode. However, we never saw his death directly. Instead, we witnessed the emotional aftermath, particularly through Tommy's journey to see Monty before his heart attack. During their conversation, Monty reflected on the importance of family, a theme that resonated deeply with Tommy. He shared how working for his family's future would secure their well-being, but Monty's final moments starkly revealed the emptiness of his life. Alone in a hospital bed with none of his daughters by his side, Monty's neglect of his family became painfully evident. Tommy, in contrast, was struck by the image of Monty's death. As he stood at the edge of a dark future, the looming threat of the cartel's power was ever present. Their ominous phone calls hinted at a retaliatory strike, watching Tommy and his family closely. This weight on Tommy's shoulders, paired with Monty's passing, set the stage for his growing sense of vulnerability. With Monty gone, the cartel might seize this moment to strike, potentially using his death as an opportunity for revenge. However, there was a silver lining for Tommy. Before his death, Monty had named Tommy Vice President of Operations, positioning him for a significant promotion. But this comes with a drawback. Rebecca, who had become an enemy to Tommy, now occupies a powerful role as Vice President of Exploration. Their rivalry is bound to intensify, with Monty's unfinished business throwing the company into uncertainty. The episode concluded with a poignant scene of Tommy walking barefoot outside his house, a clear sign of shock and emotional turmoil. After a cryptic phone call from Kami, Tommy, usually composed, was caught off guard by the weight of the moment. He found himself fixating on a wolf in the distance, but before he could process the sight, the animal was shot by a neighbor. This moment felt symbolic. The wolf, a fierce predator akin to Monty's tough, unyielding persona, was struck down by an external force, much like Monty's own untimely death. Tommy stood still, a silent witness to the unpredictable nature of life and death. This scene is likely a foreshadowing of darker days ahead. With Monty's absence, Tommy now faces a power vacuum and a looming danger. The cartel is watching, and Tommy must confront the consequences of his actions in the season finale. While Cooper and Ariana's storyline took a back seat in this episode, we did see Cooper stepping into a more proactive role. He's begun building his own operation, using a $1 million settlement to make the first move. His strategy involves clearing out expired leases and reworking existing wells before targeting the highly lucrative Wolfcamp Shale. This is part of his larger plan to secure a better future for himself and Ariana. However, Ariana's hesitance, her uncertainty about their future together, creates tension between them. Cooper is determined, but his ambition may drive him further into a world of risk and danger. Angela and Ainsley remain sidelined in this episode, though their roles could soon become crucial. With the cartel's warning that they have eyes everywhere, it's possible they may be drawn into a larger scheme. The timing of Monty's death seems too perfect to be coincidental. Angela leaving Tommy a note, paired with the separate scenes of him finding his wife and daughter, hints that something might soon go wrong for them. The uncertainty of their fate lingers, and the cartel's machinations could be key in the next episodes. Episode 9 of Landman wasn't the action-packed thrill ride many may have expected, especially after the explosive events of Episode 8. Instead, it laid the emotional and strategic groundwork for what's to come. Monty's death was a stark reminder of the risks Tommy faces, and it has left him vulnerable at a critical time. As the cartel's threat grows, the weight of Tommy's decisions will only intensify. Overall, this episode wasn't as eventful as others, but it was crucial in setting up the final act. It may not have been the explosive buildup some anticipated, but it deepened the show's emotional core, leaving us wondering what lies ahead. With the season finale on the horizon, Landman promises twists and turns. Here's hoping the show continues to captivate with its compelling characters and intense drama.